Close your eyes for a second and picture this. You're standing in a confined underground tunnel. The rumble of heavy equipment vibrates through the ground. A cloud of dust fills the air. Suddenly, an alert sounds. A nearby haul truck has lost traction. Your heart rate spikes. You have seconds to decide what to do. Now open your eyes. You weren't in danger. You were standing safely in a training room. But your mind, your senses, they believed it. That's the power of immersive technology. In this episode of The Future is Safe, we're stepping inside the hazard, literally. We're talking about how virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, are transforming safety training from a passive lecture into a full-body experience. One that doesn't just inform, it imprints. Let's start with a basic truth. Most workers don't retain what they read in a manual. They retain what they live through. And in dangerous jobs, the cost of learning through real-world experience can be catastrophic. That's where VR and AR come in. Virtual reality creates fully immersive environments that mimic real workplaces. Construction sites, chemical plants, mines, factories down to the sound, motion, and timing of real incidents. Workers can walk through these environments, interact with tools, respond to hazards, and practice emergency protocols. No risk, no injuries. But the memory? Just as vivid. Take Barminco, the Australian underground mining contractor we mentioned in episode 1. Their VR training program places new hires in simulated underground environments where they face scenarios like pedestrian vehicle interactions, equipment malfunctions, and limited visibility situations. These are the kinds of hazards that can't be safely reproduced in live training. But in VR, workers feel the tension, they learn under pressure, and they carry that awareness with them into the real tunnels. Now let's talk AR, augmented reality. While VR replaces your environment, Arkansas overlays digital information onto the real world. It's like having a digital safety trainer standing right next to you, pointing things out as you work. One of the pioneers in this space is Porsche. In their German manufacturing facilities, technicians use AR headsets that project visual instructions directly onto the car parts they're assembling or repairing. This helps reduce human error, speeds up training time, and creates a safer workflow. Imagine this applied to a construction site. Real-time hazard alerts, equipment operation tips, or even lockout-tagout procedures appearing right before your eyes. Another real-world example comes from the firefighting sector. The Los Angeles Fire Department has integrated VR simulations into their academy training. Recruits are immersed in smoke-filled environments where they must navigate collapsing structures, identify safe exit points, and manage equipment, all without the risk of actual injury. It builds muscle memory, sharpens instincts, and enhances confidence under pressure. In Canada, WorkSafe BC has piloted VR hazard identification modules that let workers walk through simulated warehouses and construction zones, pointing out safety violations and assessing risk. This kind of visual engagement increases hazard recognition scores dramatically compared to traditional slide-based training. And here's something remarkable. These technologies aren't just improving safety. They're improving hiring, retention, and morale. When workers feel that their employer is investing in cutting-edge tools to keep them safe, it sends a clear message. You matter, your safety matters. And we're not cutting corners, but let's talk results. In a study by the University of Nottingham, workers trained with VR simulations retained safety protocols 30% more effectively than those who use standard PowerPoint or video methods. They also responded faster in real-life drills and showed increased situational awareness on the job. It's not hard to understand why. VR and AR engage multiple senses. They activate emotional centers in the brain. They allow learners to fail safely, reflect, and try again, without consequences. And they turn passive instruction into active participation. Let's not forget accessibility. These tools can be customized for different languages, literacy levels, and learning styles. Someone who struggles with reading can still experience and internalize the lessons. Someone unfamiliar with a new worksite can tour it virtually before ever stepping foot on it. That's not just efficient, it's inclusive. But perhaps the most powerful impact of VR and AR is that they allow us to train for the unthinkable. Think about a refinery fire, or a structural collapse, or a confined space emergency. These are scenarios that safety teams need to prepare for, but can't simulate in real life without enormous risk. With immersive tech, we can create realistic crisis scenarios and teach workers how to react, not in theory, but in muscle memory. We can build calm into chaos. Still, we have to be clear. Technology is a tool, not a silver bullet. It won't replace good leadership, open communication, or a strong safety culture. But when used well, It amplifies all three. So where does this leave us? We're at a moment where the tools exist. The tech is real, the results are measurable. What's missing in many workplaces is the will to try something new. And that's where you come in. Because whether you're a safety professional, a crew leader, or a business owner, you now have the option to go beyond telling people what could happen, to showing them. And when people see it, when they feel it, they remember it. Coming up next, we'll explore wearable safety technology. From smart helmets to fatigue tracking vests, we'll dive into how the body itself is becoming a data source for safety, and what it means for prevention, privacy, and protection. The hazard is no longer hypothetical. Thanks to immersive tech, we can now step inside it and step out smarter.